it'll come up here and say that we're live. This is through Facebook, not through YouTube. Hello, it's Melinda from Scrapbooking and Craft. I'm with our first live demo for the Great Australian Craft Show number 3.
Okay.
So today I'm just setting up my phone so I can hand it to my daughter and she will be my comment reader so I can concentrate on playing on my project. I'm just waiting for this to come up in my... There's a bit of a delay, Alexis, so I just got to wait for it to come up on my page. Or be able to find it. Oh, there I am. Oops. I always forget to mute myself. That's terrible. Okay. So the comments will scroll up here. So if you just want to read their first name and their question or what they say. So if you are watching us live, pop on and say hello. Just, Alexis, if you get the circle thing coming up in the picture, that means the video's not got good quality and it's cutting out. So can you let me know if there's like a circle round thing coming up in the middle of the picture? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Loading?
Yeah, like loading, yes. Oh, she does know what I'm talking about. Cool. Got Miss Assistant sitting on the couch behind me. So, well...
Question.
Sorry?
How many feathers are on your page?
How many what are on my page?
Feathers.
4.
I can see a 5th one.
Oh, it's a very light 5th one. Yes, there are 5. Okay, so today I thought we'd start off a really, really easy one, and my daughter was actually playing with me doing these the other day as well. So these are using our foam stamps. So we've just released some new ones today as well, and we've got our current range. So these are a few of the older range. I shouldn't call them older, should I? Current range, and I'll just dive into my box. I've got stuff everywhere.
I like the current mandala.
You like the current mandala. So Alexis...
Tabitha says hello.
Hello, Tabitha. Alexis likes our current mandala. Do we want to play with our mandala today? What do we want to play with? Let's play with our mandala.
Mandala and netting.
Oh, and netting. Netting will be a good background one. Where's my netting one? Yes.
It came up Jenny Curthrow is watching.
Yes.
I didn't get it.
When someone comes into the feed to watch, it pops up with a name. So we can say, hi, Jenny. So if you want to announce those people as they come in, just say Jenny's watching. That's fine. Okay.
Is
First,
that Hillbilly?
that is Hillbilly, yes. That's my friend from Hillbilly Scrapping. Hi, Jen.
I remember them by their business name.
Yes, I've got a few friends called Jen, so I have short names for them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use our foam stamps, and we're actually going to use some twin tip markers. These ones are actually from Aldi that I picked up. But any brush tip markers will work. You can use Tim Holtz Distress markers, you can use Tombow brush markers, any watercolour marker that's got a brush tip on it.
Jenny says hi Mel in capital letters.
Hi Jenny, how you going? I was just catching your live and that was really cool with the alcohol links. Okay, so these are a few that I've done previously that Alexis and I were playing with the other day. So this is our feather stamp. What I prefer to do is stamp on, this is smooth watercolour paper, and then cut the images out and mount them onto my card. I don't actually build...
God.
What's oh my god?
This delays more than YouTube. What I'm watching right now is you pulling your pencils out.
Oh yeah, it's got about a 5-second delay.
5 seconds?
A bit more than 5 seconds. So I tend to find I like to cut out these images and I'll make a card at the end with that because I tend to get grubby fingerprints everywhere. So these are a few we were playing around with. This one's first generation stamping, second generation, third generation without adding more ink. This one Alexis did.
Putting the textures on the stamp and not putting them down.
I'm about to do that. This is one Alexis did. This one obviously had too much water, and then this one was a second print. So it is a bit of a learning curve. This one's Alexis's with her feather and her round circles. And then I did this one as well. So it's great you can get the colour combinations of the inks. So let's have a go. I'm going to grab some white paper. I put this brown paper down because my camera doesn't like focusing on a white surface. So hopefully with all this other stuff around, my camera won't jump. Let's do a leaf because it is... Oh, no, technically it's winter now. When we did those stamps, it was autumn. So let's work with some autumn colours. Yes, Alexis? And we'll go... Oh, yeah, that's because I put the white bit of paper down.
Oh.
That's why I've got all this other stuff around it, because the camera doesn't like focusing on the white card. Actually, I'm going to fold that up so we've got even less of a white card. So these, most brush markers actually have a, if I can get the lid off, have a fine tip. We're actually not going to use the fine tips today. We want ones that have a brush tip, because what we're going to use, instead of using the marker like a normal one, we're using a tip. We're actually wanting to use the side of the marker. So I'll hold this up. Whoops. And what we want to do is with the side of the marker, we just want to colour on top of the stamp. So I'm going to put some green down the bottom. I am using green and red, which are traditionally colours that make brown, but that's okay. I'm going for an autumn leaf, so I don't mind brown. So just take your second one, overlap your colour a bit. If you do get that first colour in your marker, you just go on some scrap paper and scribble away until you get the original colour of the marker back. I tend... Texta, T-E-X-T-A, I think. Why? Are we having a spelling lesson today too, are we? We could count this as an art lesson for your school, Alexis. So I want to overlap the colours so there's no division of colours. I'm just scribbling that off because I've got red on it. Next time I might start with my lightest colour and then go darker. That might work. So now that we've got our stamp like that, you just want to grab a spray bottle with water in it. Now, where can I spray that I'm not going to spray water everywhere? Off to the side. So I just want to give it probably 2 sprays. So I don't know whether you'll be able to see that. You sort of want droplets on it, but you don't want flooding on it. So you don't want to flood your stamp.
That's what my first mandala was.
Yes, if you have too much water, Alexis just said if you have too much water, it doesn't work. So you want to press your stamp down. You want to hold it for about 5 seconds. The 5 seconds enables the ink to get in to the paper. If you just go stamp it, for example, this one I don't have any ink on, if you just stamp it like this and pull it off, it's not going to have enough time to transfer the ink. So 5 seconds, so we can pull that up and we've got a beautiful autumn coloured stamp. Now there is still water on here and there's still a bit of ink, so we can go what we call a second generation stamp. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how much water and how much ink you've got on your stamp. Oh, we got a fairly good one. So let's try with some netting, because I'm thinking the netting will look good in the background. Let's try do it this other side. So we'll just let those dry. They don't take long to dry. Let's play with our netting stamp. What colour should we do our netting, Alexis? We're going to do it in the background. I've got too many colours to choose from. We'll do some black netting. No, maybe not black. Now I'm being indecisive. We'll do some green. So obviously on a stamp that has more flat bits, like this one we just used, you'll get more colour. This stamp is very fine. I'm just being careful not to go down in the grooves. So all these foam stamps I make and manufacture, and they're cut on my laser machine. So I can do loads of different designs. So I decided that we'll do some boy ones and some girl ones, and we released some new ones for this show. So all our foam stamps are 25% off for the show. So those prices are reflected on the website. We have 5 different specials going.
You should do a word foam stamp.
I should what, sorry?
Do a word foam stamp.
I would have to do it backwards, Alexis, because if it stamps...
We're going to do a backwards word.
What word would you like me to do, Alexis?
Rabbits.
Oh, how would I know that? Alexis is a...
Alexis says, ooh, I think I need that stamp.
Which, the leaves, Tabitha, or the netting one? I'm going to do this up this way.
I think it's the netting one.
So I've just sprayed that. The netting one's a good background one. Very close to... Actually, it's the same design that stencil you were working with, Tabitha. That you won't tell me what technique you used to do that picture you showed me. I'll have to wait for your video, won't I? So just holding that for about 5 seconds and popping that down. And I'm going to do the same thing and turn it upside down, and this is going to be a background for our card. I thought we actually better make a card in this demo instead of just making pretty pattern papers. What I tend to do is I will stamp out loads of images and just have a bit of a play, and then have a stash like these ones I was showing you, and then later on these go in my to do something with box, and I do something with them eventually. Sometimes it's good to have stuff that's pre-stamped, so if you're making a quick card you can go, oh great, I've got these stamped images, I can just pull them out and make a quick card.
That was a silly question. Melinda and yesterday they would work great together.
Yes.
Jenny says, I love the leaf and the net.
Yes, I'm very excited for my new foam stamps. I cannot wait to play with them in my art journal. You'll see them coming up possibly in a lot of projects, as many as I can fit them in the next 4 days, because I'm very much in love with my foam stamps. So I'm just holding that one down for about 5 seconds and releasing. So that's going to be our background for our card that we are going to create. I'm just going to cut that in half, if I can see to do that. Looking over the top of my glasses, sorry if I go out of view. I'm going to try to cut it straight. I should pull out my paper trimmer, but it's down under. So we'll use this as a background for our stamps. So we decided to make some background stamps and some more focal image stamps. I'm going to play with the feather because I really like the feather as well. So I'll pop that one aside to dry, grab another piece of card out, and we might make a bright coloured feather. Let's go rainbow colours, red, orange, yellow. Oh, this stamp needs a bit of cleaning. I just put my finger on it, it's sticky. I was using it with embossing powders the other day. So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe and clean it up. Obviously I didn't clean up after my last demonstration. I can feel it's got embossing ink on it. So to clean up the foam stamps, you can just rub over them with a baby wipe. You can pop them under the running water in the sink with a bit of soap and water, and you can clean all your inks and paints off. As you can see, I don't tend to clean my stamps. And I do apologise if you can hear scratching in the background. Who's scratching in the background, Alexis?
I think it's snow.
You think it's snow. Snow and Midnight are my daughter's bunnies. I'm going to start with the lightest colours first. And every time I go to do a live, they decide they want to scratch. Yes, Alexis?
After that dries, can you do a thing as 3 feathers on it?
I'm going to stamp some feathers and mount them on top.
Okay.
Oh, Alexis is telling me what to do now. She's quite good at that. So I'm just going to scribble with yellow over the top. Then I'm going to go into some orange and some red. So this is one technique with the stamps. You can use them with paint. I was using them with embossing powders the other day. You use them with basically anything you'd use a normal clear or rubber stamp with. So just make sure I'm overlapping colours. It's a bit hard to see on the black foam stamp with your colours. We'll give it a squirt of water, trying not to squirt all my desk space. So I'm actually going to stamp these feathers a little bit apart, and then we're going to fussy cut them out. Got water all over my hand. So we're just going to wait a few seconds for that ink to transfer to the paper. Oh, I like that one. I'll do a second generation stamp. I might give it another squirt of water, and then I can have this feather in the background. I've got an idea in my head of what my card wants to be. I'm not a confident card maker. I'm much happier in a big art journal, much happier on a scrapbook page, or give me a large canvas. Give me a card and I tend to freak out because it's small and I don't know what to do on it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that once more, and then we're going to cut those out. So these foam stamps you don't need to mount on an acrylic block, or if you would like to, you certainly can if it's easier for you to hold an acrylic block. You just put a bit of double-sided tape on the back of the stamp and attach it to the acrylic block. But I find they're about 1 centimetre thick foam, and I find that they're thick enough that you can grab the stamps easily enough. So just going over, make sure I'm overlapping the colours. And again, using the side of the brush. These doesn't work if you're using like kids markers that have like little bullet tips on it, because you just can't get enough ink coverage everywhere. Those bunnies, every time I go to live, they decide it is playtime. I think they decide that I'm making noise, so it's their time to make noise. So just holding that down for about 5 seconds. Now I'm going to fussy cut these out. give that a second to dry. We are going to, I've got a card prepared earlier. I even cut a black photo mat that hopefully will fit. And then what I want to do to this one is actually want to tear the edges. The reason I like to tear the edges is then I don't have to get it straight. And we'll build up our card. So you can even use your foam stamps with kids with paint, and you can make your own wrapping paper or decorative paper.
Love the net stamp.
The net stamp is, who said that?
Hey,
Oh, hey Faye, how you going? The net stamp is really cool. Try to design some both boy and girl stuff. And some different stuff. So yes, the netting, all the new stamps come in 2 sizes because I couldn't quite decide if I wanted them large or big. So they come in 2 different sizes. This one I'm using is the large one. It'll look nice. It's sort of nice as a background texture. So I like how's my card looking, Alexis? I'll get Miss Critic to have a look. Is it looking good? So this one probably needs a little bit longer to dry, but I'm still going to cut them out. You can speed up the drying process with your heat tool, but I don't want to turn it on because it's very loud. But that's okay. So I'm just going to fussy cut this leaf out. They're quite easy to cut out because they're a nice oval shape. I apologise if I'm going out of frame. I have to have it quite close to me to see where I'm cutting. For those that don't know or haven't seen a lot of my demonstrations, I do have low vision, so sometimes I struggle with having stuff in front of me a long way away and I can't see what I'm doing. So I do apologise if I go out of frame a little bit. I have such low vision, Vic Roads won't give me a driver's licence. They're very mean people. It's probably better I'm not in the road, but that's beside the point. So we're going to have a collection of our 3 feathers. What I also like to do with these foam stamps is I will stamp with archival ink or paint on tissue paper and use them in my art journaling. So they're not just for card making, they're for scrapbooking, art journaling, kids craft. They have so many fun uses. Now here comes the procrastination stage of where I'm going to stick me feathers. My idea in my head was to have sort of 3 like in a, everything's moving around. This is what I tend to do. I don't stick anything down until the end, until I'm happy, and I will change it around 100 times because I just like to procrastinate. I do like that. How does that look, Alexis? Do you want to come over and have a look at my card, or can you see it from the video?
Faye says hi now.
Hi Faye, how you going? And I did some words.
That's what I meant.
That's what you meant to do that. Do you like the light one in the middle, or do you think it should go darker light?
Yeah.
You like that?
No, the light one looks better in the middle.
I like the light one in the middle. And I pre-prepared some chipboard words. All I've done with my chipboard words is put some archival ink on them. So which word should we have? Should we have hello friend, or I can cut this one up, thinking of you? I can cut that one into...
Of you.
Okay, I can cut that one up into pieces. You want thinking of you, Alexis?
Yeah.
Would actually be a nice time to send out cards to all your loved ones and friends that are stuck at home at the moment with all the COVID thing going on. Except just don't expect them to get it quick with Australia Post. We're having real trouble getting mail at the moment. It's taking forever to get parcels that we order. And we're not the most patient people waiting on them. So now I'm just going to take some normal double-sided tape, some flat double-sided tape, and start putting our card together. I thought I'd start off with a really easy technique to get me in the groove of these demonstrations. So over the next 4 days while I'm sticking double-sided tape down, I am planning to do a demo at 11 AM Thursday, which is today, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then I'll also be doing a demonstration at 4 PM on each of those days as well. So I've picked a different stencil or a different chipboard and different product to show you how to use them. So that will be loads of fun. And watch me put this on crooked, because that's usually what I do. Let's see if I can't line it up and not make a fool of myself. This is the other reason I'm not a confident card maker, is I admire these people that get... Told you to put it on crooked. Oh, no. I have to fix that up later. I'll remount that in a minute. That's as crooked as a hind leg, but just imagine it straight, okay? Everyone, just, it's very straight. See, I'll just blame it on my eyesight. I shouldn't have put so much tape on it, then it probably wouldn't have grabbed so thick, but that's okay. This is why I like to tear things too, because then I don't have to get them straight.
Let's see, Michelle Brown says hello there.
Oh, hello, Michelle. How are you going?
Cullen says hello.
How you going, Margaret?
Jane Manning says Anne Wilkinson. Hey.
Ah, she might have been saying hi to Pam that was on as well. Sometimes they say hi to each other in the text. I've lost some of my words. Oh, no, there they are. You can actually put comments in. Can you see down the bottom where you can put comments in, Alexis?
I did that.
Oh, you did that. You worked that out. Oh, first time I've had my comment person. You're going to do all my lives this week with my comments, Alexis?
If I'm awake.
Typical
Says,
typical preteen.
hold diagonally opposite corners when you are placing down the cardstock. Helps you get it straighter.
Thanks, Tabitha. I will try that next time. Sometimes I don't expose all the tape, but I forgot this time. I will try that. And I'm sort of looking over my desk, so I'm a bit further away. Now, I want to put these up on foam tape, so I managed to find some old foam squares. So I will pop some... Could not find my sheets of foam tape that I would use. Trying to be more organised, so when I go looking for stuff in my own personal stash, I can actually find it. I spent about half an hour looking for foam tape and was almost going to give up. So just adding some foam tape all the way up my feather to make it pop off the page a bit. Yes, I admire these card makers that have multiple layers on their cards all nicely lined up, and I'm going, nah, that's not going to work for me. We'll just imagine it straight. Probably putting too much foam tape on, but I want it to stick up really well because I want to put the title. Oh, hang on. If I do this, how's my title gonna... Oh no, the title will sit across both. Okay, that'll work. Hadn't really thought this through. I thought I'll make a card and I'll make it up as I go along. I sort of never have an idea when I start crafting what I'm doing. I just start playing and accidents happen and good things happen, hopefully. Just cutting the bit off that's overflowing. So now I'll put some foam tape on this one. So this is a great alternative, this Great Australian Craft Show, as opposed to our craft shows getting cancelled, which was a bit sad this year, but it also means you can attend these in pyjamas, which is really, really cool. No, I did get up and have a shower today. I was tempted to sit here in my pyjamas. Well, I tell stories on Alexis, who's sitting with my dressing gown wrapped around them.
You have the heater off.
I know, I had to turn the heater off. The heater's a bit loud, so I have to turn it off while we're doing lives. That's why I spaced them out, so I can heat the house up for 4 o'clock this afternoon. So 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'm coming back on and playing with chipboard, and we are playing with Opal Magical Colour Changing Paints. Those are fun paints, except my brain doesn't like when I paint with one colour and it turns a different colour in front of me. But they are fun and make some awesome embellishment. So I might actually do some cards or a scrapbook page with that one. Not sure. We'll see what I come up with in the next few hours. It'll be loads of fun. Now I've got to get all of this foam tape off, and then we'll stick our title on. Our little card's done. Whoops, missed the bin. Trying to be tidy, but that's not working. So there's loads of people participating in the Great Australian Craft Show, which is great because last time it was on last month, I got to go and have a look at some of the lives from the other exhibitors, which was fun. So there's lots on offer these next 4 days. Oh, well, these are very fiddly. Why'd I put so much foam tape on my leaves, Alexis? Now I've got to get all the little squares off. Should give it to Miss Assistant. Are you good at pulling squares off foam tape, Alexis? Oh, I said, are you good at pulling foam off foam squares? think my hands are too cold. Okay, so we want this one to go about here, and we're going to have this one go about here. Then we're going to stick our word title on, and then our card's done. And then it'll be our first demo done for the day. Yay! It's always a bit nerve-wracking doing your first one. I feel real professional at the moment because I've hooked up my headset for my microphone. So I've got a headset on and I've got a microphone in my mouth. I feel like I'm back in the call centres when I used to work. I feel very professional. 3 more foam squares. Sorry guys, this is taking a while. It's hard to that's why I like using the sheet foam, so I can just stick one big bit on. Okay, so now I want, thinking of you, I want this to go over there, and then I'm going to glue this on, and this is fantastic glue for chipboard and all things that aren't paper. This is the Helmar Quick Dry adhesive. At a lot of the craft shows, I actually team up with another business called Hillbilly Scrapping, and that's Jen in the comments. And
Tabitha says it will be time to shop again. Eep.
Eep, yeah, time to shop again. Sorry, Tabitha. You'll be on bread and water for the next week. So Jen from Hillbilly Scrapping stocks a lot of the products I use because that's where I buy mine from. Because I actually don't stock any other products than the ones I make on my website. So obviously I need glue from places, I need foam tape. So pop across to, okay, my glue's not working. Why is my glue not working? Pop across to Jen's website at Hillbilly Scrapping. It is a website in progress, so it doesn't have everything on it yet, but Jen's working hard to get a lot of things up there. If you're looking for anything particular, anything I mention in my lives that you want, like the 450 glue, I'm not sure whether she has that or whether she's got a different glue in stock. Just message her or give her a phone call, and she'll be able to help you out. We team up at the shows. I teach all the classes using my chipboard and stencils and stamps, and then I raid Jen's stash for all her paints and papers and all sorts of fun stuff to embellish them. So I'm just going to put that one there. So that's really cool. Last letter on, and then our card is done. So has anyone got any questions about anything really? Well, crafting related. How does that look? How does my card look, Alexis?
Good.
I got a good. Must be good. Sometimes I get a very constructive comment from Alexis. And usually her suggestions...
The chipboard should be in black.
It's in black.
It looks brown from where I'm sitting.
Oh, I probably didn't get it. Oh, okay. I see I've missed a bit on the T. Whoops. I'll go back and ink that over. Just wondering if I need to ink the edges of here. No, I like that. That's really cool. Might send that one off to my friend. Thank you very much for watching my demonstration. I will read back through the comments, so if you've popped any questions up and we've missed them, I will go back and answer them. If not, I will be back at 4 p.m. with some chipboard and magic colour changing paints. Oh, Alexis is saying she hasn't missed comments. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.